All right, so this is going to be somewhat of a quick video. At least I plan on it being sort of a fast video. I want to talk about Olight's Black Friday sale. And you can see some of the products that will be available for Olight's Black Friday sale. Starts on November 12th, and I'll have all that information down below in my description box. But I'll be releasing this video on the 15th. So if you're watching this video as I release it, the sale has been going on for about 3 days already. But I said this will be somewhat of a quick video because there's lights here that I want to do full reviews on, but I don't really have the time right now. That's why this video is going to solely be about their Black Friday sale. But don't worry, I'll go over some of the specs here with some of these flashlights, especially these three right here, the brand new ArkPro series. And if you guys have been watching my channel for any amount of time and seen my Olight videos, you already know that the ArkFeld is my favorite flashlight from Olight, but this is the brand new series called the ArkPro. This is the ArkPro Ultra. This is the ArkPro right here, and this right here is the ArkPro Light. And I'll quickly go over the specs and what the differences are between these three flashlights. Also, in this case right here, I have, messing up my order right here, but in this case, we have the Olight Marauder Mini 2. I almost messed up that name. The Olight Marauder Mini 2 right here. So I will go over that after I talk about the Olight ArkPros right here. Plus also available at this sale is the O-Clip right here. This is called Molten Lava. These are just brand new colors, so I'm not going to go over these in too much detail. But look at that Molten Lava paint job right there. That looks gorgeous. And the Baton 4 right here, this one is called, let me see, this one is called Arctic Flame. So this is the Baton 4 with the Arctic Flame paint job. And what's confusing is if I bring in the box, you can see there's a clear difference between their product shot right there and the actual product. But I don't really care too much about that because I think this actually looks a lot cooler than just that plain solid color right there on the box. So really like these new colors right here, but let's jump into this video. Let's talk about the brand new ArkPro. So the main difference between the ArkPro and the previous ArkFeld flashlights is now the ArkPro can do flood and spot, which is definitely a welcome addition in my book. Plus they moved the laser button to right over here on the side. On the ArkFeld, you'd have to select it from the manual rotating switch right here. Now you just push this little button on the side, instant access. I think that is a great new feature. And yes, both the ArkPro and the ArkPro Ultra maintain the UV light, but now there's a low and high mode. So the previous ArkFeld only had the one level of UV light. Now, if I switch it over to the UV light right there, you can't really see it. Let me bring in this box. So you can see right there is low, and if I press and hold, right there is high. So I really like that they gave us selectable brightness levels with that UV light. Also, with the green laser, it's a class 3R laser. And if I push the button on, if I press and hold, you can see there is 2 levels to that green laser. Awesome. So this is true for the ArkPro and the ArkPro Ultra. Not the ArkPro Light though. The ArkPro Light does not have a green laser. Instead, it has a red light. So it has the UV light, a floodlight, and a red light. So I'll show you that real quick. Here's the UV light, which does have the 2 selectable brightness levels. The middle button right there, the middle of the selector switch right there shows floodlight. So there is no spotlight on the ArkPro Light. But if I turn it all the way over to the right there, you can see there's 2 different levels for red light. And on top of that, the ArkPro Light is slightly smaller than the ArkPro and the ArkPro Ultra. So if I hold them up side by side right there, you can definitely see that size difference. So let's run down some of the specs here. So with the ArkPro, it is 1500 lumens, 10,640 candela with a 205 meter throw on spot. The ArkPro Ultra is 1700 lumens, so 200 more lumens with the exact same 10,640 candela and 205 meters of throw. And the ArkPro Light is 1200 lumens and it doesn't have a spot mode. The ArkPro and the ArkPro Ultra both have a 1200 milliwatt UV light, and the ArkPro Light has a 1000 milliwatt UV light. Olight. The ArkPro and the ArkPro Ultra both have a Class 3R laser, and the ArkPro Light over here has a 40 lumen red light max. The ArkPro and the ArkPro Light are both made of 6061 aluminum, and you can probably already guess by the color of the Ultra and the name, it's made of OAL. And if you ever forget, yeah, Olight likes to put that right on the body, right under their logo, right there. Both the ArkPro Ultra and the ArkPro here have a 2000 milliamp hour battery built inside, and the Light right here has a 1350 milliamp hour battery built in. And I should mention that all three lights right here have two ways to charge them, with the USB-C charging port right there on the side and the magnetic charging port on the bottom. All three are IPX7 dust and waterproof. All three have a 1 meter impact resistance, and all three come with a lifetime warranty. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I want to do a review on these flashlights specifically, but real quick, I'm just going to show you right here. There is 5 different brightness levels: moon, low, medium, and high. Double press for turbo. If you guys are familiar with Olight's UI, you're already familiar with that. But now with the ArkPro and the ArkPro Ultra, just switch over the switch. You can see it goes from flood right to spot. So this is one of the bigger additions, one of the more important feature updates with this new ArkPro, along with the other feature upgrades such as the different brightness levels for the UV light, which I think is great, and of course the new side button right there for that green laser and 2 selectable brightness levels. The only addition that I wish Olight put in the ArkPro and the ArkPro Ultra is the Light's red light. And I'm definitely going to mention this in my full review. If you guys released the light right here with their red light, now I want this red light in a body like this with the flood and spot selectable, with the different brightness levels for the UV and green laser. But now couple that UV light with a red light to preserve your night vision at night. At that point, I think Olight would really be onto something, especially in this form factor right here. So be on the lookout in a few weeks for my full review of the ArkPro, ArkPro Ultra, and the ArkPro Light. But now let's talk about the Olight Marauder Mini 2 right here. First off, check out this case it comes in. This is awesome. And yes, I did do a full review on the original Marauder Mini, but check this guy out. So I wasn't really sure what the upgrades were when I first got my hands on this. I've been working overnight, so on my way to work one day, I saw the box on my front porch, so I just grabbed it, took it to work, and I've been working overnights on a studio. And of course, that studio can be dark, so it was a perfect opportunity to test out this bad boy. And there was a few features that I kind of discovered while in the dark that kind of blew me away, and I'll show you exactly what that is. But if you're familiar with the Marauder Mini, you probably already know it has the selectable switch down here to switch between flood and spot. The Marauder Mini 2 now has flood, spot, and a mix of both, which I think is really great. But now they added this little mode switch right here underneath the rotating dial right here, and I'll show you what that does. So right now I have it in white light mode because that selector switch is right dead center, and you can see it's in flood. The middle position, if I push up, is flood and spot, and then all the way up is flood mode. So I can show you this on my table: flood, combination, and spot. And this sucker is bright. If I ramp it all the way up with this rotating dial, you can see just how bright that spot mode gets. What are the new specs here? So 10,000 lumens on flood, 1,350 lumens in spot mode, and 8,000 lumens combined. But some of the new features here, if I flip that switch over, you can see now it has a red mode, and this red mode gets extremely bright. Oh my God. So I'm not going to take this outside and do a beam test. I want to wait for my full review, but this is a 400 lumen red light. That is insanely bright. And the smallest new update, but maybe my favorite, is if you switch this toggle switch right here all the way over to the right, I'm sorry, it's to the left, I'm looking at this backwards, activates this little side light right here. Check this out. So this sort of acts like a little reading light or a little lantern, and this gets extremely bright too. That is a 200 lumen side light, and 200 lumens might not seem so bright, but seeing it right here, yeah, this is a pretty impressive bright little side light here. So let's rotate the switch all the way back down to its lowest level. So they really made some nice improvements here with the Marauder Mini 2. Some of the other specs here is it has a maximum intensity of 140,000 candela, a max throwing distance of 750 meters, and a dust and waterproof rating of IPX8. Also, let's check out the battery here. And I know it doesn't have a dual spring system. It has no springs, actually. Right there, you can see that. But it ships with this 7,500 milliamp hour, 32650, 3.7 volt battery. You can see right there. It's a pretty big battery here. And the maximum runtime, I'm not exactly sure the max runtime yet. Like I said, I'll cover all of that in my full review. Also, I'll be putting this bad boy on my lumen tester and making sure some of these numbers are right. 10,000 lumens in flood and 8,000 lumens combined, all that good stuff. But what do you guys think of the Olight Marauder Mini 2 right here? The ArkPro, the ArkPro Ultra, the ArkPro Light, the new colors with the O-clip right here, and the Baton 4 brand new color. Check it out. And this isn't everything that Olight's offering at this Black Friday sale. This is just a few of their items. So I would say go to my description box below, click the link, go to the sale, and check out all the new stuff they have to offer. And I'm going to remind you again, keep an eye out for my full review on these guys right here. You're not going to want to miss that.